Well, luckily, the talking is over. It's time for game number 1. Fabriken G2 facing off on Bind. Hypoc and Gaskin, enjoy yourselves. We'll see you guys at the break.
Then straight into it. Top 8 teams here in the Vitality Invitational. G2 versus Fabriken. And it is going to be Patitek here pushing forward. Mixwell is going to be on defense. G2 defending, but he goes down to the boom bite, and that is not the way you want to start this one. That's going to be a 4 versus 5 pushing onto the site. Spike goes down. This is a very early plant here. Zippin takes one onto ardiis, and now it's a 5 versus 3 in the early stages. Very quick entry on the pistol round.
Yeah, very, very quick. Pyth actually going to pick up Zippin down on triple there, but again, the post-plant setup here from Fabriken is actually super strong. I don't expect them to break this right now. You see the Modi coming out to deny the plant. And actually now we're going to try and get some spam through, but again, without getting a pick off early enough here, I don't think they've got the time really to play around this defuse there.
Well, wall does go up, and they will tap it to see if they can get it. Can they stop the defuse, though? Is there going to be anyone? No, Patik's going to go down. Pip falls as well. And that is going to be a perfectly executed pistol round for the boys
really
of Fabriken. They will push will follow. Lotex is going to be the first onto the site. He does see 2 players there on elbow, so he's going to pop another smoke just to ensure they can push onto the site comfortably. But how comfortable is it going to be for the plan? Is there anyone to deny it? No, not yet. But Mixwell gets 1. Will take him down. Looks for the second, but gets just dashed out of the way from Puka. Now it's going to be down to these SMGs on this site here. Are they going to be able to hold? Pyth will take down Patitek, so it's going to be a 4 versus 3 at this point. But the bomb is down. What can DavidP do here? Couple of spray down. Shadow takes down Patitek. So actually now it's a 3 versus 3. Shadow also takes down Pyth. This is going to be huge. Meadow gets one as well. And now Mixwell, it's got no health, no hope. And I think this is going to be a 3rd to Fabriken unless he pulls out something majestic. But time is running out.
Shadow's going to upgrade that to a Phantom. Again, trying to catch Mixwell's exit over towards the defensive spawn. But again, Mixwell at this point, he's just going to try and save his weapon. It's definitely something exciting to follow on. Again, Mixwell actually going to find Shadow. He showers there. I'm guessing he saw the 2 stacked up behind him. He's backed all the way up behind truck here. The Boombar going to come out. See shoulder piece coming out. Mixwell going to miss that one, unfortunately. But here comes the lapped out showers here. Pyth going to shut down Zippin. Now Meadow's going to come through and look into lamps.
Things you hate to see if you're a Raze main. Showstopper
Yep.
Not even connecting. Don't think it even did any damage. Just whiffed it, and Pyth will get another onto Lactex, so it's just going to be Meadow. He has managed to creep his way into lamps, and I wonder whether they have spotted him here. It does look like Pyth is looking that way. Camera is up with the Cypher as well. Smoke comes out, so I think they do have the information. But it's going to be really just him trying to do a little bit of damage to G2, but he's going to walk straight into Mixwell's op, and that round pretty much was won by Mixwell with that early pick. So
they have the information, and they just decide to kind of force on, and actually Shadow going to shut down Mixwell at Cubby this time on A. So Mixwell again going for an aggro angle, and here you can see, as I was just talking about, the push out from B. This is going to be actually Leo's going to shut that down. The trade will come out from David, but again, this information coming through now. We'll leave David solo on B. You can already see ardiis making the wrap through defensive spawn. Now you can see all 3 of Fabriken stacking over towards short now instead. And I think here we're going to go. Pyth actually going to get first contact here. Gets a double headshot. Patitek, the zip out will fall, and Shadow as well through the box. There you go. ardiis shuts down Meadow. Clean hold from G2 over at the A site there.
certainly better now from G2 since that little bit of a pause that came through, and they seem to have been able to reset. Oh, this is going to take a very aggressive angle as well, and that's going to be the early pick for them. Of course, money is not going to be great for Fabriken, so they could do with this round. Shadow's just going to fall back at this point, and
getting the pick with the operator here. Mixwell actually going to try and swing round up towards Hooker. Is he actually going to find Zipan up on the box? That's a fantastic peek there from Mixwell.
Damage. I mean, yeah, when the smoke's there and you haven't seen any presence elsewhere on the site, why not spray down? It's very frustrating to get hit by spray down through smoke, but there's DavidP with the rotate round behind, catches Shadow off guard, and now there's just 2 players remaining for Fabriken, who's probably going to be considering trying to save these weapons now.
A lot of these angles for Fabriken on attack. You can see the Owl drone coming out this time along short. You see Zipan hop up onto the box, going to find Patitek in lamps here. We're going to have a default A execute here towards truck. Mixwell not getting any contact here. Hunter Fury will come out. Going to catch him once. There you go. Shadow will follow up with the headshot with the frenzy and get himself an operator for his troubles.
This was a weak buy on the side of Fabriken, but they have one player advantage at least, but they've been able to get the spike down, and then post plants are in order. DavidP does have wall. He has a resurrect as well. Meadow's going to be walled off in showers. See the ultimate come out from the breach just to do a little bit of damage, see if he can stun anyone. There's 2 picks there for G2. Fabriken down to just 2 members, make that just
David.
1. It's Cypher, he's weak, he's in showers. This should be so comfortable now at this point. Surely someone just sticks this and the other just faces. And a great retake from G2. Of course, it was a weak buy in the end from Fabriken, but they did pretty well considering they only had 2 rifles.
DavidP's there to follow up. You can see now being forced all the way back into the spawn. Hunter's Fury comes out from ardiis. 2 picks coming out here. pyth and Patitek will find latex. And Leo. Now pyth's going to try and fall back down B long, but this push on B long is paying off for them every single time, Dan.
Just really bouncing off of Sober. Hunter's Fury giving him all the information. Meadow is pushing the smoke, but I don't think he saw that there was going to be a player behind him. He does get 1, but Patty is going to be there to get the trade, and now it's just down to 2 players remaining on Fabriken, and they have to go, and they have to go fast before the rotates can come through. It's all going to be down to Pat. He doesn't get it. Zippin gets the initial kill, which means the spike can go down here. The rotate's going to come through from the defensive side, and there's 1 player just rotating through short A as well, so they need to keep an eye on their back. pyth is going to give so much information with his Cypher camera here. Does spot that there are 2 players in lamps. I think he saw at least 1, and it's whether he can provide that information to the rest of the team. Shadow has an op to work with, so this should be okay for them, but as I say that, just like clockwork, both players go down at the same time, and another defuse for G2, another round on the board. 5 in a row for them now, Hypothecan.
Hanging into long archways. The smokes are going to come down here. Again, the recon arrow come down. Mixwell's actually going to break that angle to destroy the bolt here. pyth's going to get first contact with Meadow. Shut down shadows as well. Mixwell going to find latex, and now just Leo. And there you go. pyth will find his 3rd on the round. Excellent hold from G2. Again, stacked up 4 on B side. They're really, really difficult for Fabriken to make anything happen with stingers, but around G2 only have 2 either as pyth and David over on B side. They haven't looked for the long information. You can see already this kind of counter stack. Mixwell already deep in cubby here with the operator. You can see Pat pretty close by. The recon bolt will find them. Actually, well, they might actually get themselves in. There you go. Leo does find 2. Mixwell and Pat will fall. Now Fabriken have control of A site, and that's actually when G2 stacked over towards this side.
Spike down. ardiis does have his sight lines on shower at the moment, but no one is facing. David is just going to hover in this smoke. Maybe he's going to drop out and be able to find someone. We need to see the first frag going into the favor of G2. ardiis does tag Meadow, but elsewhere DavidP has gone down, and as I say that, pyth and ardiis fall at the same time. And finally, Fabriken put their 5th on the board after losing 6 in a row.
Default smoke's coming down towards truck. And you see David actually walled himself up above triple. This could be an interesting angle here, Dan.
Certainly could indeed, as Mixwell will find Meadow just creeping around in showers, as DavidP also takes down Zip, and that means that the spike wasn't planted. A Shadow at least will take down Mixwell and get the trade with the op. But with the spike not being down, this round becomes incredibly difficult, as Latex is going to pick this one up. He'll now go for it. Is there going to be the deny? You can see the Sage is around the corner.
Nice.
Decent spray down, and the help from Shadow gets his 3rd, and Leo has found himself into showers. Just 1 player remaining from G2, going to be Pat here. I mean, I've seen him win these. Certainly doable, but you'd think that Fabriken should be able to hold all angles here and make this near impossible for him. Just need to cover the spray down, but the first one is easy onto Latex. Unfortunately, Latex couldn't move. Gets the second onto Leo as well. And now it's a 1 versus 2, but he is weak, and he's not going to be able to do anything too special, but it was a decent attempt. Shadow gets his 4th of the round, and we're 6-6 at half-time. Especially with flashes to work with as well. This could be all players going down, but David gets the first. Latex will trade, and he gets a second on to Pat too. It means they've got a 1-player advantage, and they will more than happily take that. They retreat back onto the B site, but there has been a couple of players that have always managed to work their way onto A. Yep, Mixwell is going to be there, but he does actually get spotted out, but Leo unfortunately can't do anything with it. So now this becomes a 3 versus 3. G2 moving their way over to A. A is clear as
for an angle towards pipes. And the information is going to come over to Fabriken, but Mixwell is nearby. Incendiary going to go out now. The clear doesn't come through. Mixwell will get traded out by Shadow, but he does get 1 pick on the entry. That's pretty huge now. Going to try and tap here. Spycam going to give the information. ardiis gets Shadow. Meadow does trade that out though. So just in a 1v1 here. Meadow's going to find it. No time for the defuse. That's going to be first round attacking, going over to G2. That was close at one point, but G2 killed enough time there that the fuse just wasn't a possibility.
Tag one of the players, and now it looks like G2 are going to push in. Mixwell will go over the truck here, finds one, can't quite get the second, but yes, he does, just to the spray down as he falls. The third wasn't there, but ardiis is around to clean up Latex, and now there's just 2 players remaining for Fabriken. This has been a decent push from G2, especially considering it was such a stack from Fabriken, but unfortunately Mixwell just getting up in their grill and not allowing any easy picks to come from them.
Pat might not have any idea they're inside here, or at least stacked as 2. There you go. Zipan gonna fall. There you go. Pat will pick himself up 2 nice little eco kills.
Has been so important on both sides, and I think it really shows why Sova is just an integral part of so many compositions right now. Zipan gets the first onto ardiis, and now we'll see knives popped for Mixwell, and he wants to get up in the face of the opposition here. He wants to try and do some real damage. It's just going to be 3 members of G2 left. Meadow just hiding in his own little smokes right now, trying to tag anyone through the vent here, but gonna work out just yet as Mixwell finds the first onto Shadow, doesn't quite connect with the second. Meadow takes him down. Can we see the spray down from pyth do something? But Leo says no to David, and it's all down to pyth now, but he has no health, surely no hope. Gets taken down in the first of the second half. Fabriken 8-7, and it was fast, it was furious from G2, but defensively Fabriken looked a lot stronger there. Cameras and Cypher traps waiting for him. And he has been spotted. I don't think they know that there's cameras here. This is massive. He's going to get a free peek. The flash is there for him. Does get one. DavidP at least gets the trade. But that is a dirty, dirty Cypher camera. One that you'll, I'm sure, be proud of, Hypok, being a Cypher main.
That is a fantastic setup there. The flashpoint coming out from Breach on site. Again, Meadow just gets a free peek into wood there. Recon are going to come out. The Shadow does get spotted, but Latex there to shut down David. So no kill converted off of that information from the recon bolt. G2 now forced back by the orbital strike. Pat going to try and look for something out of Hooker here. Find a headshot onto backside, just looking for something with the Phantom. Ardiis does find Leodets elsewhere though. Sky Smoke's going to come out. We have a 3-man push out of Hooker. Now, this is where it looks problematic for Fabriken. 2 on the site right now. Third one coming through defensive spawn. Whether or not they're going to be able to hold this down. There you go. Pat does find Latex. Zipan will trade that out. Fantastic hold. That.
Unless they got a sound cue, unless they got a dink, they probably won't have realized. But DavidP goes down to Zipan. And now the push can come through from G2, but also pyth falls. Mixwell with the shorty in lamps. Is anyone going to push right into his reticule? Does find one, but it's not going to be enough. Obviously, Fabriken will take their 9th round here against a very weak buy of G2.
Definition of how to hold sites without getting aggressive.
Yeah, they're certainly falling back and going for retakes. Hunter's Fury comes out. Can Leo avoid it? No, he can't because he was tagged. Always so difficult when you're tagged by the bolt. And now Fabriken will have lost a member here, so they will be down 1 player, and it means that G2 can push through. And as I say that, Zipan takes down Mixwell. Orbital strike comes through, so Zipan is going to have to back out. Has to bail, has to go through the teleport. Whereas other 3 members, they are pushing on today's side. Wall is there available, so now the spike should be able to go down. It's going to be a case of retaking again for Fabriken, but that seems to be their game plan. They are more than happy to sit back. They're more than happy to allow G2 onto the site. We'll see how they actually perform this one. Latex is going to be in lamps. The Breach ultimate will come down just to try and get any stuns and maybe allow a little bit of a push, but no one pushed just yet. And that's 3 members in lamps. All 3 push out. Patitek gets 2. Doesn't quite get the 3rd. Shadow gets the trade, but ardiis is there to clean up. And now it's a 2 versus 1. 3 versus 1, should I say. But Shadow does find the 1st. Time not on his side, though. Will he see the 1 player in showers? Yes, he does, but he doesn't get the spray down. pyth will clean it up to make it 9-9. Sight. There is a sneaky Cypher camera again just above them if they do move out. And there we go. Information just being provided. I wonder whether they'll spot this one. Meadow seems to have found all these dodgy little locations for them. Shot out just to see if anyone's going to be hiding in cubby, but no one there just yet. And here comes the execute. Here come the smokes. Mixwell straight onto the site. Has his knives out and ready and raring to go, but it's going to be Meadow who gets the opener onto Pat. ardiis falls and second gets the two-man spray down. Mixwell at least comes in for the trade. Leo has found his way into the cubby here. Can he do anything? Does get one onto David, and that's perfect. It's going to allow his other teammates to join him now. Just bides time for them. pyth can't do anything from hookah.
Wow.
And drone just heading into B site, and I wonder whether this is a little bit of a fake, because B site's been such a strong hold. They try and send a drone over to that site, and the rest of them go A, but that's going to be maybe a spray down. But no, Mixwell jumps in, and that's what Jets have to do. They have to dash, they have to get in the face, and now Mixwell has a Phantom to work with here.
Oh, Leo.
Can he do anything, though? Does find one onto Leo. At least this is going to be the start of maybe something magical. 1 versus 3. Does have Spike. There is 1 member. Make that 2 members on A site, and the last is going to be the Cypher rotating. Latex just has to bide a little bit of time here, but Mixwell's going to actually get the Spike down. He's going to be able to avoid it, and he will be able to smoke and survive. I mean, this is certainly doable. Does have a shorty in his back pocket as well.
I mean, the shorty and lamps. If anybody decides to push in there, he does have 1 cloud burst left as well, so he has got the opportunity to give himself some cover coming in. He does actually take a peek around to the back of triple. Doesn't find too much onto Shadow, but he will actually find the kill there. Does go to the deny the defuse, but Meadow there to cover it. Latex will stick it next of sight just to clear this angle. Hopefully Pat does have somebody stacked up on top of him, and now they're going to get contact through long. That camera's going to spot it out. Meadow again getting this information through. Just find 1, 2. Oh my lord, Zipan gets 2 inside hooker as well, and a 3rd outside on site. What a fantastic hold again from Fabriken on B. Guess, right? Meadows all the way back in defensive spawn right now in the doorway. Blade Storm is popped by Mixwell. He's not going to find anything on site here, so they backed up all the way out. Shadow does find David. Now going to be contact on elbow here. Bike will go down default. Actually now, Mixwell going to force his way into elbow. He actually runs past the player in the smoke there. Hunter's Fury coming out from Leo Dead. He's going to find 2.
That's fine too. And now it's just going to be no one left for G2. The defuse comes out for Fabriken. It's going to be 13-9. It's going to be the first map going in their favor. As the push through a garage is going to come through, ardiis is going to be there to work with, and Swade manages to get one. And actually, I see that Fabriken, there's a little bit of... I see rifles. Why am I seeing rifles right now?
Yeah, not entirely sure. We just got a UI bug up right now, but there's definitely no Phantom in the pistol round. You see the collapse come out here. G2 pushing all the way onto C site. Spike will go down. Latex does get spotted behind platform there. And actually, yeah, Meadow's going to go for an aggressive angle onto pyth there. We'll find him at backside. You can see already all the members making it all the way back out to long. There you go. Final player will go down. Meadow finds out with a ghost, and the defuse will come out.
New patch and any new observer things being added, there's always going to be a couple of changes that throw a spanner in the works, and online broadcasts always make things fun. But either way, all sorted now. Mixwell gets the opener onto Latex, so at least that's a better start for G2 here, and they've found them very comfortably onto C site. G2 ardiis gets the second, and now it's just a case of trying to get a retake, but this is not going to work when they've got ops watching things, and they just need to get the spike down at C. Should be nice and comfortable with just 1 player remaining on the side of Fabriken.
This is exactly what I meant though. Just straight away, as soon as that pick comes, you see how quickly ardiis and Mixwell are on C site. And again, at that point, it's so difficult for anybody. And again, Meadow went for a peek. He needed to get some sort of information there. See, Zipan not really in a position to kind of, follow up on anything that Meadow can do. But again, they made him suffer for the window peek there. David's actually snuck his way all the way through to C-Link here. Might actually... This is huge right now. G2 could go for a full execute here. You can see them already rotating. They know as soon as David gets to this position, he's going to get himself at least 1, and he actually finds 2 there. Latex and Leo will fall on C site.
Easy pickings when you're able to flank around so successfully, and now David is also going to flank through spawn here just to be more of a nuisance. Spike goes down. Zipan does take down ardiis at the very least. 4 versus 2. In terms of a retake here for Fabriken, and I wonder whether they're even just going to consider about saving these rifles now at this point. There's the rotate coming through again from DavidP as he picks up his 4th, and go on, son, go for the ace. What you can see on the side of G2, there is a cheeky Cypher pushing the defensive spawn, and he could very much do some damage right now.
He could, yeah. pyth, he can find something coming through here. You can see Leo, 5 HP set up. On the defensive side here, you can see him with the Phantom in hand. You're going to get contact onto Meadow, and Leo, he's going to find 2 with that flank. That's going to be the end of the round. G2 will put an 8th on the board.
Are pushing up C long, but the spike is just waiting in mid. Can they get one? No, Zipan at least will eliminate Pat. There is a member already on that C site, so can Latex spot him out? Shadows will take down ardiis as well, so at least 2 members have fallen of G2, and this is better from Fabriken. They've been able to hold a little bit more successfully. They did stack, and 1 member is now going to be rotating towards A because they haven't seen the spike, but David might be able to worm his way onto B site here.
Yeah, that was huge from Latex there. He used the shrouded step twice, actually, doubling back between default and platform on the back of the recon bolt, tagging him up. You can see David over towards A heaven now. Maybe going to swing up onto staircase. You can see pyth actually going to... Sorry, Meadow. My bad. Pyth not actually in a position to trade that. Meadow will find David completely unopposed. Mixwell now looking to get aggressive on this. He's going to push all the way up here. You see Meadow down to a lick of HP. Mixwell will find a headshot. Doesn't matter anyway. Here we go. Fabriken now coming back through in a 4v2 retake situation for them. Recon Bolt going to go out top. That's going to spot Mixwell. He's not. He's actually going to push into Archway here. That's going to find Shadow. That's fantastic from Mixwell. One player on the flank to worry about. Zipan will find 1. Collapse coming out of heaven now, but Mixwell still finding kills over here. Latex will fall. He does get his dash back, but there you go. Leo will land the headshot with the Phantom. See long. Now Mixwell's already rotated over to back plat. Going to shut down the recon bolt. Not going to spot either, but the paranoia does come out and does catch pyth. He pushes into the smoke though. Does find 1. Shadow's going to trade it out. Mixwell going to get 1 for himself. Shadow finds the 2nd. David, the all-star, will find 2 from the top of logs now. Meadow, the last man up for Fabriken in a 1v2 situation. He does still have the spike in hand, though. You can see a double swing from G2 there. ardiis will land the headshot.
Overtime with the new overtime rules in place, but maybe I'm just being hopeful here because I think G2 are going to get easy straight out. Mid finds 1, should be 2. Gets help from Mixwell as well. That's going to be 3rd for him, and that was just easy pickings. In respect to Fabriken for committing to 1 site, but G2 were wise to it.
Spike came out of heaven. ardiis going to get his recon up here, so he's going to set up for a recon bolt here. You can see the spot comes in. Mixwell's going to find Leo. Does he take a headshot though? Latex find him 1. pyth going to shut down 2 with the Spectre. That's a really, really strong retake there.
To offer. As David will just retreat here, and now it's all going to be Pat. He does find the first. Shadow goes down, and well, Latex falls too. And this is going to be...
I know exactly. Get out of my way.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Vitality European Open. Thank you so much for bearing with us whilst we got those issues addressed, and now we can jump back into the game. We did allow G2 and Fabriken to play on so that we could keep G2 rolling. It's a 9-1 lead at the moment for G2, but they are on the defensive side of Split. Fabriken are going to need a couple of rounds here if they're going to have any chance on their own defensive side.
You will not kill my allies.
Defense on lockdown. We'll see the retake attempt come out here. Zipan's going to find ardiis up here. David's actually going to be there to trade this out. Meadow now going to look for an angle back, and you can see David's ready for this peek, though. You can see him over there. pyth.
I know exactly.
He's actually going to get shut down by Meadow there. Meadow is down to 10. There you go. Fabriken will close the round out.
Shock to the system, I feel, for Fabriken if they don't get a 3rd round here, and it's a round in the second half. As Mixwell again gets the opening from Fabriken. Hunter's Fury comes out, but no one can be connected by it as ardiis is able to pick one up with his grenade. That's going to be another one for Mixwell. For him at the moment, he just looks treating them with no respect. 10-2 at the half for G2. Push from A, comes out from G2, all 5 of them onto site. They are just lining. Shadow gets the opener onto pyth. DavidP will respond. And now we need to see Latex do some real damage here. He has a fantastic position. We'll go for 1 and 2. Shot. ardiis just does a full 180 onto him. Absolutely picks him off. Now for Zipan does have the height advantage, does have a nade to work with. Shadow has fallen, and it's just going to be left It is going to be a cypher. He's low, and that's going to be 11-2. And you have to imagine that surely that's going to be the game for G2.
Mayo, and it looks like they're actually going to try and wrap through ropes here. Davis finally going to find a kill in heaven. That's Zipan going to fall. Meadows out with a Bucky up in B heaven. There you go. Here comes the ropes rotate here. Shadow should be ready for this. There you go. Shuts him down with a Bucky.
Bullets right to the chest. And that gives Fabriken at least a little bit of hope. But as I said, that Mixwell and pyth just makes things go from bad to worse. Another one forward, just to be one lone remaining player. And it's not going to work out for Leo. 12-2. G2, they were patient in their build-up. They recognised there were a couple of weapons on the other side.
One behind the box in heaven as well. He's looking for close contact. Only Stinger in hand, so he's got to get up close from here. He wants to convert. Latex will come out. ardiis and pyth will find out. Latex, no. I think Zipan actually using the first there to shut down pyth. Send the boombot out as well. Pat Roach is actually going to pick up Leo as he drops down. Now, expecting the spike to rotate all the way through the attacker spawn. You can see now David going to group you still clearing. Meadows going to get the impact on the spike out there. Out with the Stinger does actually find Pat as well. So spike going to go down on default. David meanwhile looking through CTs. Both members of Fabriken are stacked up in garage, Dan.
Did ardiis there? Nate comes through the middle to actually take down ardiis. And now it's a 1 versus 2. Zipan gets aggressive and pushes in, but it's DavidP now in a 1 versus 1 to win the game for G2. Meadow on the other side does have a Phantom to work with. From side, nice. And David closes out that game. G2 13-2. I know we only caught the end of it, but it was an absolute slapping from the boys at G2. And they will take the series 2-1.